You've been raped before?
Right. It was me trying to get my music career going because I'm an artist
Yeah.
and dealing with the wrong, man.
Right. How old were you then?
I was about 14.
14 years old. Hey, this is Pharmacist Tish. I'm here in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. And who is this beautiful young lady I have here?
My name is. I'm from here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been here for 24 years.
So you born and raised in Charlotte? Okay, for 24 years, born and raised. Okay, so are you homeless?
For right now, I'm going through transition, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get into my housing.
Okay, yeah, there's a big housing crisis in Charlotte. It's the rent is so high, it's ridiculous.
I think that this is a pretty, compared to other cities and states, I think that their prices are pretty good.
Oh, really?
You know it depends on the location. Like, you have a penthouse behind us, but it's right here.
Behind you, right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you get a nice penthouse.
Right.
But you get it for a low price because of where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. So what's going on? Let's cut to chase. So what's going on? You're a young lady, beautiful skin. How did you end up home? How long you been homeless for? How long you been waiting for housing?
It's been a couple of months now.
Couple of months.
What got me out here is, you know what I'm saying? I left my family's house because I felt as if it was too many personalities there, like strong personalities, and I didn't want to continue to be disrespectful in my parents' household.
So you was living with your mom and your dad?
Yeah.
So your mom and dad are still together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how was your childhood coming up?
It was pretty good.
Okay.
You know, I learned, but what I did learn was because I was, well taken care of, the price of material. It didn't really mean anything to me at a certain age because, not to say I was spoiled, but I got everything that I wanted.
Really?
As long as I did, you know what I'm saying, what I needed to do.
Right.
Everything that I'm going through now is because the curiosity, you know what I'm saying, pacifying myself with, you know what I'm saying, running away and stuff like that.
So you used to run away. Did you graduate from high school?
Yeah. Well, I got my GED, so I left from my high school to go through to this program called Working Smarts. And what that program does is it gets you a certificate so you can put it on your resume.
Okay.
But also, I got my GED in like a week, 3 weeks.
Okay. So what was going on in high school that you didn't finish the high school? Like, did you start using drugs in high school or what?
No, I left because that's where I wanted to be. Like, I wanted to be going through that program rather than, you know what I'm saying, going to my high school.
And when did you start? What grade did you start that program?
I say I left 10th grade.
10th grade.
Yeah, 10th grade. It took me a while to actually process through the program, and then 11th grade is where I would have been in 11th grade.
Oh, so you graduated early technically. Okay, what kind of work did you do?
Well, I usually do temp service work and stuff
Okay.
like that. So I feel like temp services is good because you get to, it invites you to all these different types of careers and trades and stuff like that.
See what you like.
And you can go directly to that company if they like your work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was a prep chef at a prep cook. I'm sorry, at the convention center. So they wanted to hire me on for that, but because of transportation issues, I wasn't able to.
Got you.
Stay with that job.
So what made you start using drugs?
I don't know. It's just something that I'm not gonna say everyone was doing, but it was just something that people were doing, and it wasn't just about people around me. It was more about how it made me feel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What kind of drugs you were using? Are using?
I started off with weed.
So they say weed is the gateway drug to other drugs.
Right. So it's been weed for a long time. And other than that, it was like different pills and stuff like that.
Oh, so you're into using what kind of pills?
Like opiates, some.
Opiates and.
Yeah, it just depends.
Are you into crack and heroin or stuff like that?
Well, I've been around it. I've tried it. You know what I'm saying?
But so what's your drug of choice?
Well, my drug of choice right now is probably what you see around us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is like the crack.
Yeah, the cocaine and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah, so I mean, so what do you want for your future?
I want to get on drugs primarily, but I've been thinking about philanthropy.
What's that?
Philanthropy, because my counselor is trying to get me into.
What is philanthropy?
Philanthropy is like finding ways to give back to the community and stuff.
Okay, so you want to do like social work and stuff
right,
like that?
like counseling. Like my counselor gave me the idea to, get acquainted with that job while I'm getting my free housing. Well, not free housing, but my housing.
Right. So once you think you get your housing, you think everything will get back on track?
Right.
Have you ever been abused or anything?
Now that I don't like going into that, but no, I have had people on the outside. You know what I'm saying? I've been raped before.
You've been raped before?
Right.
Like once you've been on the streets or like?
No, it was me trying to get my music career going because I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And dealing with the wrong, man, and it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That's how that happened.
Right. How old were you then?
I was about 14.
14 years old?
14, 15.
What kind of music were you doing?
At the time, I was doing kind of like R&B, but I've been through rock, I've been through R&B, I've been through metal, I've been
Yeah, I can tell you have like a different type of vibe where you're just not gonna do just straight R&B. I can tell you got some rock in you. I can tell that. So, do you think that rape happening to you, you think that kind of twisted something where you wanted to use drugs or?
Definitely.
I mean, because it seemed like that's around about.
It's easier to cling to something because something that was so precious was taken away. It made it easier for me to cling to something that is
Make you escape.
something that I look down on, like doing drugs, because I lost something that I held so close to me. It was kind of like, well, F it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I was doing drugs before that, but it was like weed and stuff like that. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like all out. Like just all out.
Did your family know about this?
Well, I kind of kept it from them for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They're very respectful. So,
Mm-hmm.
and they're very disciplined.
Mm-hmm. Did they know the person who did it?
Oh yeah, I told them about the rape.
Mm-hmm. How did they respond to that? How did they feel about that?
They went directly to the police.
Okay.
Yeah.
But nothing ever came out of it?
It did.
Okay.
Because actually, I had a detective come to me and was like, okay, so we have another, because my mother was the one that went to the police.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to get myself into any trouble or followed and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying?
We're going to see you Saturday.
All right. Take care, sweetie.
Yeah, so.
Mm-hmm.
And the detective came to me and she was like, okay, there's another victim that's 13 years old that he was, basically molesting, raping as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did he ever go to jail for it?
Yeah, he's in prison.
He's in prison right now for it.
It didn't take long for him to get prosecuted.
Okay. So do you have any children?
No.
Mm-hmm. So remember this is when you changed schools. I'm thinking. Ron, but this is when you changed and went to the other school instead of finishing high school. You think that happened, that the rape made you change to go to a different school or do a different way?
Yeah. I feel like it makes people wild in a way. And they don't even realize that they are wild, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As an extension from it. It could be other things within my life too, but that did have an impact on how I took what I did to myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Anybody's gonna fuck me over, and I just love myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about a lot of things these days. But it took a while for me to, I'm just now realizing it.
Right.
And I'm just now realizing that's the way I'm thinking, because that's the only way I can actually reverse, how I come in a situation.
Right. I mean, your drug problem, you have to treat the trauma you went through. You went through trauma. That was not easy, and you were 14. So your drug problem is not going to go away until you get that taken care of. Have you ever talked to, like, a counselor for just that? and work through that.
Yeah. That's something that the program that I'm currently going through, that's something that they do provide is, you know what I'm saying, therapy, stuff like that. I've been through Monarch before, so I had outpatient therapy as well. That was
Right. All right. So what's your game plan, hon? So you're going to get this housing soon.
Yes.
How long they say?
I don't know. It's a wait list. It could be a year. You know what I'm saying?
So you might be out on the streets for a year?
Might, but I know that if I get myself together, then my family will accept me back in open arms.
Right.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying, I can't even call them every day because I hear them telling me to get myself together.
So you don't want to talk to them until you figure you have yourself together.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're okay with the situation that I'm in,
Right.
that they're just like, oh, well, we're just, you know what I'm saying, just going to let her go. It's because of me and me distancing myself.
Right. All right. Well, I wish you all the best and everything. Anything else you would like to share? Anything, hon? All right. Well, I appreciate you so much. And it's gonna be good. You're still young. That's the thing. You got youth on your side, so you can do anything when you're young. So you take care, and I appreciate you so much. Okay. Oh, I forgot.